What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here. Welcome to my analysis of Green Bay versus Dallas, highlight analysis of Green Bay versus Dallas, a game that took place this past Sunday in Week 5 of the NFL. We're going to start with a play here in the first quarter, 10:40 left. The Dallas Cowboys have a pretty good drive going here, and Dak Prescott is back to throw, and he's got a guy wide open, Amari Cooper, and a lot of people don't want to put the blame on Dak here, and Amari Cooper probably should have intercepted that, but it was really, really behind him. And the fact that Amari Cooper had to adjust like that, and yeah, it's still a catch he should probably make, but just shows how inaccurate Dak Prescott was. And, a lot of people have been hyping him up to be a lot better than I think he really is so far this season. He was not good today, and this was the first of many misfires from Dak Prescott. He throws it behind his receiver. Still probably should have been caught, but Amari Cooper, Amari Cooper's a great receiver. Still should have been caught, but I mean, if he hits him in stride, it's probably a touchdown. Packers start their next drive right around midfield after the interception. The Packers did a really, really good job containing DeMarcus Lawrence in this game. Here's a prime example. They're going to have Mercedes Lewis, an excellent blocking tight end, and they're going to throw one of their bigger wide receivers, Jake Kumaro, on him as well. And they're going to completely neutralize him, and they're going to give Rodgers a clean enough pocket. The Dallas Cowboys, they dropped a few guys back into coverage. They have Jeff Heath up here with a delayed blitz. But Rodgers is going to have plenty of time here to sit back, find his guy. A perfect throw to MVS, who makes an incredible contested catch along the sideline. Really liked seeing that from him early in the game. Unfortunately, that was the only catch we saw him make, but it also shows the potential MVS has as more than just a deep threat. He can still be effective in the intermediate and short passing game. I think he just needs a few more opportunities. This is what happens when Danny Vitale catches a 30-yard pass a couple of weeks ago. Danny Vitale's right here, and I love this play design. It's excellent. And they know that they're trying to get this guy to bite here, who's primarily, I assume, to be covering Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to spring completely free here. No one's going to be here. You know why? Because he's going to follow Danny Vitale. So Rodgers is going to have a play here. He's going to flip it sidearm to Aaron Jones. And look, there's nobody. And he's going to pick up a first down. I love that play so much. I want to see more and more of that. And the way that they involved Aaron Jones and the running backs and the game plan today, the way Matt LaFleur schemed it all up, it was beautiful. And it's a huge reason why the Packers won so convincingly in Dallas. Another example of Aaron Jones just being masterful today. He's going to get the draw on 2nd and 10, makes an excellent cut, and then just uses a burst of speed, gets past everybody, touchdown Green Bay. Just like that, you're up 7-0. Huge, decisive score in this game that really went a long way into determining the outcome. It really set the tone early after the interception. The Packers did exactly what they needed to do, take advantage of the Cowboys' mistakes, and they got out in front, and they would never trail. 2nd and 15 here. This was a reoccurring theme throughout the day. Jair on Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is going to straight up burn him on this play. He's going to fake like he's running. He's going to run kind of like a in and out route. He's going to run to the outside like an out route. Then he's just going to turn upfield. Jair is going to bite on this route. It looks like Dak is getting ready to throw the ball here. Jair is going in for the pass breakup or maybe even the interception. And then just as he thinks that he might release the ball, Amari Cooper turns straight upfield, and Dak's going to find him for a huge gain. You can see it kind of in the corner here. He bites on it, and he gets absolutely burned. It's not really something that I'd worry too much about. Amari Cooper's a phenomenal wide receiver, but if Jair really wants to prove himself as a shutdown corner, then he's going to have to play a little bit better against guys like Amari Cooper, and this certainly won't be the last really, really good wide receiver he's going to be matched up with this year. Maybe my favorite play of the game, I use this term a lot, but it's vintage Aaron Rodgers. And he's going to play action fake. He's not going to find anybody open. He's going to kind of hesitate, think about running the ball. And the awareness to be able to get rid of this ball before the line of scrimmage. He gets rid of it like right there. He knows exactly where that line of scrimmage is, and that's just superb awareness. But this throw, man, it's right on the money, and maybe even a better catch by Robert Tonyan to get his foot and his knee in bounds. Just a phenomenal all-around play, probably my favorite of the entire game. This is why I just don't buy into the Dak Prescott hype here. You've got a 14-0 deficit versus the Packers. You're in early second quarter, and you need to respond with the score here. You're in the Green Bay side of the field. It's 2nd and 11. You've got, in my opinion, one of three options here. Dak Prescott has one of three options. He can dump it underneath to Ezekiel Elliott. He can even dump it underneath to Jason Witten. Either of these options are going to set up a more manageable third down play for you. At the very least, a more manageable third down play. If you go to Zeke here, you might even get a first down because over here we've got Chandon Sullivan who is going to be one-on-one with Ezekiel Elliott to get that first down. And that's a corner. That's a second-year corner right there. The third option I think the third option I think Dak Prescott has is he can pump fake like he's going to throw to, I believe it's Randall Cobb coming across the sideline here. He can pump fake him, and this is the second-year corner, so the second-year corner might bite on that. He pump fakes, and guess what? He comes even more wide open, and he might have a lane to get a first down, a clear lane to get a first down. Instead, Dak Prescott doesn't do any of those three things. He throws the ball into a very tight window we would have had to fit it into, and Chandon Sullivan just makes an acrobatic play. It's a great play by him, no doubt, but a horrible, horrible decision by Dak Prescott in a situation where his team really, really needed him, and he just didn't come through. This play just shows once again how great Preston Smith is. He's up at the top of your screen here, and he might not be. And this is something that I'm sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit, but this is something that great pass rushers are able to do. They don't always have to physically overpower you. They can get through with their hands and with their quickness, and that's exactly what Preston Smith does here. He's going to use his hands and his speed to get right past his offensive lineman, and he's going to sack Dak Prescott on 3rd and 4, a huge play for Green Bay's defense to get off the field. I did say earlier that the previous Aaron Rodgers throw that I did was my favorite play, the one to Tanyan. I might have been wrong about that. This one is a very, very entertaining one to watch. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, the sheer arm strength to be able to get this ball out to Aaron Jones, and Rodgers gets absolutely crushed there. I mean, he gets high-low. I'm surprised he got up with nothing wrong with him after that. That was a very scary hit that he took, but he popped up just fine. But here, bottom of your screen, Vander Esch, right here, the linebacker. Aaron Jones is making him look silly all day, and this is the first one that he really just kind of turned him around. But, I mean, he's just going to, whoop, and he's going to get right by him and get past midfield. And once again, just a great play by Rodgers, an even better play by Aaron Jones to be able to get around Vander Esch. And I mean, like I said, Aaron Jones, he's going to be a great one if he's able to stay healthy. Here's the score that got the Packers up 24-0. They've kind of already got it laid out for you in the video. That's why I'm using this angle. But Byron Jones up here, the Dallas safety, he's responsible for making sure nobody gets around the edge here. Aaron Jones, I mean, the speed, the acceleration, the ability to stop on a dime and just go full speed right out of it. I mean, it's very evident right here. And you'd think, at least one of these guys, maybe not him, but Byron Jones might have a play here. He might be able to make a tackle. He doesn't even get an attempt off. He's just too fast. He runs right around him, waves by to him as he gets into the end zone. I heard he actually might be fined for that, Aaron Jones, which is ridiculous. I mean, how are you going to fine somebody for waving by to somebody? What? But, I mean, this point still stands. Aaron Jones, phenomenal day, and he felt like he was even faster during this game than he was before. 24-0, Green Bay leading. Third quarter, 2nd and 3. Got a bit of a drive going here near midfield. What does Dak Prescott do? He's going to throw into double coverage. Like, what does Dak Prescott think he's going to do? Does he really think he's going to try and fit that ball in there? Should have been an interception by Kevin King. He drops the ball, but, I mean, come on. People talking about Dak Prescott as a legit top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I'm not even sure if he's top 10, the way he played in this game, versus a legit contending team, a great defense like the Packers. He played pitiful, and he was a huge part of why the Cowboys faced with such a big deficit. He couldn't put hardly any points on the board through the first 3 quarters. Look at the dominance displayed by Zadarius Smith here. Just a amazing athletic play here. He is going to completely run over the offensive lineman, put him on the ground to his knees, and then find the speed to catch up to Dak Prescott and take him down on 2nd and goal. That was a huge, huge play by Zadarius because it sets up a 3rd and long. You have to go, instead of 9 yards, to get to the end zone, you got to go 16 yards to get to the end zone. I mean, let's watch this play again. I mean, man, Za'Darius right there, if you didn't see him before. He puts the dude on his knees, and then he's able to get to Dak Prescott. I mean, I love having this guy on my team. I love it. Once again, I mean, this might even be a better show of Aaron Jones' speed and acceleration in this game than the one I showed you before. And this is also an interesting play because I think they're direct snapping that to Aaron Jones. Rodgers is just kind of like faking like it's a bad snap or something, but like it's pretty much a direct snap. And look at this. How does he not make? I think that's Morris Claiborne. How does he not make that tackle? How is he not able to get to it? Because Aaron Jones is just that freaking fast. He goes right around and slaps his hand away, gets a first down out of it. There are no words to describe just how dominant Aaron Jones was in this game. This is the pass interference call. It was an underthrow from Rodgers that caused the pass interference. But I'm not necessarily criticizing Rodgers for this underthrow because I truly think that the reason why Rodgers underthrew it is because he just doesn't realize how fast MVS is yet. I mean, he's going to throw the ball, he's going to underthrow him, and it's going to cause the pass interference. But honestly, like, I really feel like MVS is just faster than Rodgers realizes, and that's the reason why he's underthrew him a few times here. But, I mean, once these two get on the same page, they've been out of sync a little bit. Once they get on the same page, once they know exactly where they want to be, where Rodgers wants to put the ball, you know, it's going to be scary. And I really expect this to be a scary combination by the end of the year once these guys can get in sync with each other. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Not going to lie, this is a phenomenal throw by Dak Prescott on a 1st and 25. But realize the score, realize the point in the game. Where was this earlier in the game? I mean, he's perfectly accurate here. He wasn't earlier in the game, and he kind of let his team get into a deficit. No, I'm not saying that it's entirely his fault. I mean, obviously it's a team game, and you don't want to, you know, fall down. I mean, the defense gave up 31 points, you know, but only having 10 points on the board, down 21, and now Dak Prescott's making great throws? All right. Okay, Dak, you're down 21 points, but you do have a chance to get your team back in it. Yeah, we'll forget about your bad throws earlier in the game. You got a chance to bring your team within 2 scores here. What does he do? He throws a terrible pass, way too high, batted up in the air by Chandon Sullivan, and intercepted by Isaiah Redmond. This play would be called back because of a penalty on Za'Darius Smith for I think it was hands to the face or something. But I mean, still, I mean, you're in that position, and I mean, he's not. Is he even open? Like, honestly, I want to know. I don't think he's even open at any point. I mean, if he throws it, you know, way lower and doesn't overthrow the crap out of him, then maybe he has a chance on the ball. But even then, he's still covered pretty tightly, and great play by Chandon Sullivan once again. But, I mean, where is Dak Prescott when the Cowboys need him? He's nowhere to be. 31-17, the Cowboys got the ball back. They have a chance to go down the field, make it a 1-score game. 1st and 10. First play of this drive. And truth be told, it's not all Dak's fault because, you know, I think the Packers did get away with something here. A little bit of pass interference. You don't see it in the play. But still, he throws it a little bit too far to the outside and right into the waiting arms of Kevin King. I mean, big-time players are able to make big-time plays. And that wasn't a really big-time play by Dak Prescott, was it? Jair gets burned by Amari Cooper here. Not exactly sure that it's entirely his fault because I'm not really sure why the Packers are not playing prevent defense at this point, up 17 points. I mean, this play doesn't happen if the Packers are playing a little softer instead of playing, you know, sorry for the cut here to the field goal, but they're playing man coverage. They're playing up on the receiver. You know, he's going to press him a little bit, but I mean, if they're playing softer coverage, that play doesn't happen. So, not entirely blaming Jair. Then this was an awful tackle attempt by Isaiah Redmond, by the way. I cannot believe that was a legitimate tackle attempt. That was terrible. But, I mean, you know, probably could have been a better defensive strategy at this point in the game from Pettin. But, you know, overall, I still think he did a great job. Just wanted to show this because I thought it was kind of funny. 33-yard attempt. Make it a 1-score game, and he and he boots it to the right. But honestly, that's all I really have for today for the highlight analysis. And, forgive me if you think I ripped on Dak too much. I mean, I don't hate Dak. I don't, I don't necessarily think he's even close to as good as he's hyped up to be, especially by Skip Bayless. And it probably doesn't help that I just watched Skip Bayless talk this guy up after throwing 3 interceptions and playing dreadful for the first 3 quarters of the game. But, I mean, overall, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on the game and show you guys specific examples of what I was talking about. But overall, a great win for the Packers. They're on the road, Jerry World. I mean, they have played really well in this place, but still a hostile environment. A chance to prove who you really are as a team on the road. Great victory for the Packers. And this, I think, may be the best team the Packers have played up to this point, and they went out and they won on the road. And they scored 34 points. That's the most they've scored all season long. Their offense has continued to get better every single game, and the defense held the run game in check for the Cowboys for the most part, which was huge which was huge for the success of the team in this game. And of course, Aaron Jones with the 4 touchdowns, couldn't have done it without him. Rodgers managing the game beautifully. Overall, fantastic team win, and can't wait to see what they do next week against the Lions.